Okay, English 321 students, welcome to week 2. Okay, review last week. So you did your intro videos. Everyone turned one in, so thank you for those. Those are really cool. It's fun to meet you guys. We have 4 D&D players in our class, which is pretty cool. So let's see. The reading log last week went really well. I liked what you guys wrote. You are talking about the principles and you're seeing them. I especially like how Mary talked about her mom's decorating, that the yellow curtains and the yellow walls just didn't make sense, but then the blue curtains and the yellow walls did make sense because of the idea of contrast. Recently, my wife and I, we were talking about this exact same principle. She wants to buy dining chairs, and we have silver metal chairs, and she wanted to buy more, but she couldn't get them to match exactly, and so instead she's going to buy yellow chairs that are completely different because it was too hard to get chairs that matched, and so we had to get chairs that just were completely different, right? That's that principle of contrast. Let's see, skill survey. Oh, okay. I'm going to send it over to myself on Loom right now to talk about the skills survey. All right, so here is the skills survey you guys took. Looks like 19 of you have responded. So if you haven't responded yet, make sure you do that. It's really important because, like I say, we're going to compare the results this time to the results at the end of the semester, and you'll get to see how you feel, how you've changed. Okay, so 19 responses. So let's just kind of look at some of the results here. So looking at photographs with a critical eye, way more than half of you feel like you're quite good at it. You feel confident in it. Looking at documents with a critical eye, a little bit less, but still you guys feel pretty confident. Looking at websites with a critical eye, one person says they have no experience with that at all. And then the rest of you are a little bit less confident than you are with photographs. And then video, a lot of you guys feel quite confident with it. Nobody feels like an expert, but okay. Typography, not quite as much confidence there. Taking photographs, one person not confident at all. For the most part, you guys feel pretty confident or neutral. Recording video, there's quite a bit more people who aren't confident that they're in their ability to record video. So the main thing with this is make sure you're paying attention to like what did you answer and then where do you fit in, so you can kind of, I guess, either commiserate or compare yourself in these things. Recording audio, kind of all across the board. Leaning more toward, it looks like, the less confident side. Understanding how different pieces of equipment, like microphones, affect the content is lots of not confidence there. So maybe if that's something you're interested in for your self-guided project at the end, thinking about microphones and cameras and stuff like that, looks like that's going to be helpful for a lot of people. Understanding design principles, you guys already feel like you've got a pretty good hold on this, and hopefully the reading logs and then the videos you'll watch this week will help with that as well. Managing files, you guys are kind of all over the place with that, but importing files from another device. So kind of across the board a range in terms of like using files and managing them in computer systems. Using nonlinear editors, there's quite a bit of lack of confidence, I guess. Some of you feel already confident in that. Photoshop is, again, kind of lack of confidence. There are only a couple people feeling very confident in that. Manipulating clip volume makes sense because that's part of, and then how they work together, that's all part of linear editors and Photoshop and things like that. Audio waveforms, not a very much confidence there. Keyboard shortcuts. So keyboard shortcuts is like the extra level of, once you know how to use the program, then like making that program easier. So that makes sense. Same thing with that. Undesirable qualities, aspect ratios. So yeah, so it looks like there's not a whole lot of confidence in the specifics of creating video and audio projects and things like that. And then text, there's kind of a upside down U shape. So lots of people who don't know, few people who do know, and then lots of people who are just like, kind of lacking or not sure about where their confidence is, or let's see. Translating criticism into plans of action. Most of you feel like you can do that. Original files, generation of new content. So everybody is proficient. Everybody who answered feels like they're comfortable using Word. Hopefully in this next project, though, you're going to be pushing Word past what you're already confident with as more than just, a text processing, Word document, processing thing into using shapes and pictures and things like that. Word is capable of so much more than you may think. 3, no Photoshop. 4, no GIMP. I don't know if those are the same people or not. And then the other, program software that I've given, not a whole lot of experience there. It seems like overwhelmingly the technology you guys wanted to learn is just like, I'm here to learn and just I want to learn software, but weren't really sure about exactly what software went into that. So anything with graphic design, InDesign and Illustrator, using the G Suite. We're not going to use G Suite. Your ability to design in Google Docs is much less than it is in Word. It's a lot more finicky, and you can't accomplish the same things because it's web-based, and so things take up space in ways that they don't in Microsoft Word. So if you are going to design a document in a program, Microsoft Word is going to be better than Google Docs. Anyway, back to the rest of the video. So if you haven't taken that skills survey yet, make sure you do that. Okay, email scenario, the etiquette scenario. I'm going to make a separate video for that where I talk about the good things and the bad things that I saw you guys do. So that will be coming later. Okay, so this week. Okay, first thing is you have access to free Adobe software. So I'm going to send it back to myself on Loom to explain that. As being part of this class, Dan Peterson at BYU Idaho has set it up so that we can have access to Adobe software. So I'm going to show you where that is. So in our course module, right here under syllabus and calendar, there's this directions for downloading Adobe software. You can click on this. It's just a PDF that's just going to give you directions about what website to visit, where to put in your information, and how to get that software. And it's all free, and we have access to it because your name is linked to it because Dan Peterson set that up. So if you're interested in learning the Adobe software, you can get on and download that right away and start working on it. This is the week where work actually starts. You're going to begin with the content provided flyer. So within the week, I've given you the photograph and the description of what I want you to include. So you're creating a flyer for a religious lecture here on campus. And so you get the picture, the details, and I've given you a paragraph, and that paragraph is on purpose edited poorly. So you need to go in and make that paragraph better. And what that means to you is what it means to you. You'll figure that out. There are 2 design tutorials about how to design in Word, and these are not step-by-step tutorials about like how to do it, but they're going to give you principles of how to navigate within Word and make changes to things so that you can use those tools to then design your flyer using the PARC principles, the crap principles. Oh yeah, that was the thing too. In the reading logs, there was a lot of crap jokes, and those are funny. Okay, the second assignment you're doing is called the highest quality available. First, so what you're going to be doing is finding the highest quality photograph that you can. And in my description, I talk about how that's vague on purpose, right? We're going to try to get as many interpretations of what highest quality means. So then what I want you to do is using Loom Software, which is what I use to do that. Or to do, you've seen me use Loom Software. It's where I appear in this corner, and then you see my screen at the same time. I want you to use that, and I think I have a Loom thing about that I'll cut to right now. Okay, so Loom is the software that I'm using to create this right now. So I'm capturing my screen, and I've also got my webcam recording me. And so for the highest quality available assignment, I think this is the easiest software to use, where you're going to be able to display a picture on the screen or the video or the website or whatever we're going to be talking about, and then talking into the camera at the same time. And it's really easy to create a link and upload that link. So I prefer that you use Loom software. Yeah, so with Loom Software, you're going to present the photograph on the screen and then give us 4 justifications of why you think that photograph constitutes the highest quality photograph. Okay, keep in mind that next week your classmates will be writing a summary. We're going to watch all 20 videos and then write a summary of what seem to be the main points that come up a lot. So that's what's going on. Then you have reading log 2, which isn't really a reading log because all you're going to be doing is watching videos for that. I've given you 6 videos to watch. And you'll write another 300 words responding to those and talking about, what did I say? Oh, how you see yourself incorporating these principles into your life. Okay, the last thing then is vote with your screen. So who is it? David and Mary Beth are in charge of getting me the polarizing statements for Vote With Your Screen this week. So if you two can get those to me as soon as possible, that would be great. Also, we decided that we want you to make numbers 1 through 7. And if you can get them on sticks so that they're just they require as little energy to hold up as possible. So you can hold up your number and we can see. We want them to be a good, I don't know, I think I said 1.5 inches, but maybe 3 inches would be best. Something about this. This is about 3 inches, the size of from my eye to my mouth. And then a big bold number so that we can read them no matter what your video quality is, right? Because if it gets blurry, it's going to be hard to see if you've written it just in pencil. So big, bold, 3-inch numbers. And if you can put them on sticks, that'll make it easier. And I think that's it for the week. So welcome to week 2, where we actually start our work. Let me know if you have any questions in the inbox in iLearn.